Welcome to Nerd Digital Brew.
Hi guys, welcome back. We're going to talk about how to find those great sources because we just learned about what a primary source is versus a secondary source. And while we touched on using databases earlier, this is where we're going to take a little more in-depth look. So here's where I am. I'm at the Smoky Valley High School library page. Remember, we accessed this by going to the Smoky Valley High School website, going through menu, going to library, and then here. And what we're going to do is we're going to slide down to where it says research databases and websites. Great place to look to begin your search for anything. And when I click on that, it's going to take us to all the databases that we have. And if you notice, they're extensive. And some of them are in particular topical, related to just to specific topics like history. But a good place to generally start is here at eLibrary. And there are lots of databases, so keep in mind that this is just one stop in all of those other stops. And it's a good example to help you see how these databases function. So we're going to open eLibrary, and it takes just a moment. But when it opens, it of course lists a bunch of topics, but we're going to go straight to our search. And notice we have an advanced search, but we're going to go back just to our regular search, and we can do more in depth. But I'm just going to type global warming, just a generic topic. And because it's rather generic, notice that it brings me newspapers, magazines, scholarly journals, images, books, multimedia, web resources, and transcripts, and even other. I mean, there's literally thousands of content. But here's what I want you to note, that we have the ability to look for specifically primary sources and or scholarly sources. And I'm just going to narrow down here to scholarly sources to start us off, but you could choose just primary sources as well. And I'm going to choose one of these articles. Okay, so let's say I take a look at this article. I've read through it. Here's my summation of the article. And I decide that based on the content and the research that's here, I want to use this article in a speech, or I want to use it in a presentation for Mrs. Dink, or I wish to use it in a paper. And if I wish to do that, not only must I keep track of the article, because I'm going to use that content specifically by either paraphrasing it, using it in direct quotes, or using researched content from it, but I am also going to have to cite that paper or this article, meaning I'm going to list it in a works cited page, all the works that I'm going to cite or use within my product. Remember that paper trail we learned about. So I'm going to click Cite, and I can actually choose the format that I need to cite it in. Here at Smoky Valley, we use MLA, Modern Language Association format. And the most current format of that is MLA8. I'm going to choose that. And here is the exact way I would cite this. And remember that the first line goes from margin to margin, and all the subsequent lines are indented by 5 spaces and would be double spaced. So I can copy this, and then all I have to do is paste that on a works cited page. And remember, I want to keep track of this article, so I can either print it, save it for myself as a PDF and download. I can email it to myself, and I also can look at related articles and see if I'm interested in those as well. A database gives us a great deal of information. And don't forget as well that on that library page, besides great databases, I also can get MLA citation help and information to help me cite my sources that I'm going to use. Have a good day.